Now.
Welcome to News Watch 12 at 6. I'm Justin Betty. This past winter was one of the most mild in recent memory in the Northwoods. The DNR reports it, in fact, was the least harsh since 2016. And they say that means you'll likely see more deer in your neighborhood this summer. News Watch 12's Georgina Fernandez explains.
By the side of the road to your residential neighborhoods, you might start noticing more of these Northwood faces.
Best food for deer is in the open areas. So whether that's an agricultural field that's maybe got soybeans in it or some kind of hay, alfalfa, deer going out there and definitely getting their fill.
As deer make their way from the woods closer to civilization looking for food. And after what the Wisconsin DNR calls a mild winter, they say the state is now home to more deer than years prior, giving fawns and pregnant doe a higher chance of survival.
It's a good reprieve for them and has them have a better chance of making it through. And then that would therefore increase the population, just more deer out there because they survived the winter.
And now's the time that many deer start preparing for the harsh Wisconsin winters.
And they're just trying to get as much fat built up for the impending winter, even though it's months away. They're trying to plan and adjust for it.
But that needed feast can be troublesome for local farmers. The Wisconsin Green Fire released a report this month stating since 2002, deer populations have increased dramatically and consistently in farmland zones, while the antlerless deer harvest has decreased during the same time period. The DNR adds that deer can cause damage to farmers' properties.
Can definitely have an impact on the crops that are growing. It depends on the deer density of the area and the farmer's tolerance for the deer numbers and the deer damage. But it is something that we can work with on farmers for through our damage program.
Farmers who have been impacted can apply for the Wisconsin Damage Abandonment and Claim Program for assistance from the DNR for any deer-related property damages. In the Northwoods, Georgina Fernandez, News Watch 12.
Outside, Andrew, we had a beautiful weekend and is spilling over into the work week as well.
That's right, Justin. We have nothing short of a beautiful Monday all around today, followed up by a pretty nice weekend. Some clouds towards central Wisconsin today. Otherwise, it was a more sunny day than cloudy all around. There also was a little more wind today than we had over the weekend, kind of a light southeast flow at 5 to 10 miles per hour today. That will be similar to tomorrow, but more of a southwesterly flow. Right now, current temperatures are in those upper 70s, low 80s. Right around those highs for today, our average in Rhinelander is 80 degrees for our high. So right around where we expect to be for this time of year. And now coming up for the rest of the night, we have the next 6 hours with us in the 70s until 9 o'clock, getting on down to the 60s, keeping that cloud coverage overnight with those lows dipping down into the middle 50s and then back up to the 80s on Tuesday. Justin?
All right, thank you, Andrew. While the search continues for the person police believe killed Hannah Miller of Rhinelander, her viewing is now underway right now. Hannah Miller was shot and killed on June 30th in the town of Pelican, just east of Rhinelander. Visitation hours at Hildebrand Funeral Home are from 4 to 7 tonight, 11 till 1 tomorrow. According to Hannah's obituary, an ice cream truck is outside because, quote, Hannah would have loved that, end quote. The funeral service is scheduled for tomorrow at 1. Again, police have a warrant for the arrest of Christopher Anderson tied to her death, but they have not found him yet. The city of Rhinelander wants residents to share their thoughts on two big issues facing the area: water quality and affordable housing. The city began a housing needs assessment last year as they look to form a clearer picture of what problems exist in the city and how the government might be able to help.
Part of this assessment is to get a baseline so the city can prioritize its efforts as we go forward to remedy some of the housing challenges we face here in Rhinelander.
Now, you'll need to RSVP online before heading downtown to join the in-person meeting. If you aren't able to make it in person but still have something to say, Brewing says to fill out the form online anyway. They'll get it. The other input option is fully online.
Specifically, affordability, that if we were to add treatment to those wells, that's going to come at a cost. And we want to know what residents feel about that and how they feel about kind of clean water in general in the city.
Both those links are available on the city's website and Facebook page. The housing assessment session takes place tomorrow, and the water survey closes this Sunday. The Wisconsin DOT is seeking public input on proposed improvements to the intersection of US 8 and 45 in the town of Monaco. Proposed improvements include replacing pavement and guardrails. During construction, US 8 will have single-lane closures with flagging. If you want to submit your input on the project, you can visit the Wisconsin DOT website and search under the Projects and Studies tab. Construction is currently scheduled for the year 2023. A COVID-19 state of emergency is now in effect in Japan's capital as new case numbers continue to rise and athletes begin to arrive. Just 11 days to go until the start of the 2020, what they still call it, Tokyo Olympic Games. Tom Yamas has the latest from Tokyo.
Tokyo now under a state of emergency and Olympians feeling it the moment they land. From long waits and COVID testing at the airport to apps that track their every move. Travel is limited to the Olympic Village and event locations. No trips to outside restaurants or tourist sites are allowed. U.S. boxer Keyshawn Davis describing it this way.
And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's very hard being out here. It's very hard staying focused because we are quarantining and we can't go nowhere.
But with all the restrictions in place, Olympic athletes are not required to be vaccinated.
I didn't want to put anything in my body that I didn't know how I would potentially react to. As an athlete on the elite level.
50.80 for Michael. Team USA's Michael Andrew competing in 3 events, saying he's not vaccinated and doesn't plan on it in the near future.
All of us here have been through very strict protocol.
Now, there was some hope that some of the venues outside of Tokyo may have spectators, but we've just learned officials in Fukushima and Sapporo, there was going to be baseball events in those cities. They have just said they are not going to have spectators as well. So this means this sort of ban on spectators is spreading throughout Japan.
That's Tom Yamas reporting. This Saturday, the Three Lakes Women's Club will host a 9-hole golf scramble at Big Stone Golf Course in Three Lakes. Anyone can attend. Scramble is set to start at 1 with the dinner at 5:30. The golf dinner event is $65 per person. Proceeds go towards an annual scholarship of 1 or more Three Lakes High School girl graduates, as well as to support community activities. Dinner tickets are available if you just want to have dinner. Those will be $25 per person to play in the scramble or reserve a spot at dinner. You can just call Big Stone Golf Course. A cold weather virus, typical cold weather virus, that affects children is now kicking in the warmer summer months, at least this year. We'll talk more about that in just a few minutes. But first, Andrew's in with your full forecast. That's next on Newswatch 12 at 6.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Northwoods Furniture, Eagle River.
When you buy a mattress from Slumberland
and sleep on it for 120 nights,
if you're not happy, we'll make it right.
Get this Sealy Memory Foam Queen mattress for just $3.99.
Or come lay on our selection of 8 memory foam mattresses, all for under $1,000.
Whether it's for work or play, you want a truck that'll get the job done right. We have them all. Half-ton trucks, Power Strokes, Cummins, Duramax, SUVs, over 800 to choose from. Know that all Lenz trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, can be purchased online, and can be delivered right to your door. It's our way of saying thanks to our past and future customers for the last 35 years. Go now to lenztruck.com.
Lenz Truck.
It's only paint. It's only paint that comes in an award-winning twist and pour container. It's only paint that can cover the brightest shade of orange known to mankind in just one coat. It's only paint that will help you become TV's hottest writer, where one day you'll meet this guy who starred in that thing. So yeah, it's only paint. Only easy opening, smooth pouring, change your life both professionally and romantically. Paint. Right now at Menards, get 11% off everything, including Dutch Boy paint.
It took us years to find the perfect bun for Culver's Pretzel House Pub Burger.
It's got the nice pretzel flavor on the outside, but when you open it up, it's light and airy. Got a nice sweet flavor to it. It literally melts in your mouth.
This bun is perfect for a Pretzel House Pub Burger. Seared fresh beef, tangy mustard bistro sauce, pickled red onions, 2 slices of bacon, served with our signature cheddar cheese sauce.
This bun was made for this burger. This is perfect.
I think it's an awesome burger. Welcome to Delicious.
When you buy a mattress from Slumberland
and sleep on it for 120 nights,
if you're not happy, we'll make it right.
get this Sealy Memory Foam Queen mattress for just $3.99.
Or come lay on our selection of 8 memory foam mattresses, all for under $1,000.
While Mondays may not be everyone's favorite day of the week, it sure is better when we have great weather to start out that week. Today having that mostly sunny sky, a few clouds, and we'll be having some clouds overnight too into Tuesday morning, and a couple showers. Those will be really off towards mostly a sliver of eastern Wisconsin and areas south of our region, so no real concerns there. We will be staying dry for the next couple of days. But then as we head into Wednesday and Thursday, we have kind of a soaking rain on the way with thunderstorms, especially Wednesday afternoon to evening. Overnight Wednesday will be just a soaker all around. Thursday, more showers before we dry on out and have another pretty nice weekend all around. So a couple days of that wet stretch to get through before we have similar weather returning to the area. Now looking at our Tuesday, here we are at 11 o'clock, seeing some of those clouds still in parts of eastern Wisconsin, but for the rest of the state, it should be mostly a sunny day. And we'll be having those high temperatures reaching for the upper 70s, low 80s, feeling a bit more muggy than we were today. We'll be increasing that humidity throughout the week, but you'll notice we're staying mostly dry throughout Tuesday. There will be a little bit of activity towards the UP border into the later Tuesday evening hours, so a couple sprinkles there possible, and then as we head into the rest of the night, staying mostly dry, seeing a little bit of sun again. Wednesday, though, in the afternoon is going to be a totally different story. So we have thunderstorms rolling on through as a slow cold front makes its way through the state Wednesday to Thursday. There will be heavy showers, some hail, and strong damaging winds through the system moving on through. So this is late Wednesday overnight, and then that will be moving through into Thursday, and then we dry on out. So with the thunderstorm potential coming on up Wednesday night, like I said, the main concerns being that heavy rain and strong winds, and most of that concern will be off towards western and central parts of Wisconsin. So looking at those future rainfall totals we have coming on up, by Wednesday afternoon, we're just getting started with those few sprinkles coming on down, so no huge rainmakers until late Wednesday. Now let's look overnight Wednesday into Thursday, pausing here Friday morning. We should be dried on out by this point, but we are going to be having at least 1.5 inches to maybe even 2 inches of rain for central Wisconsin. Northwoods at least 1 inch of rain, so there could be some flooding concerns as we head into Thursday with some heavy downpours through the middle of the week. But not today. Today we have those partly cloudy skies in central Wisconsin, seen out in Plover right now. A pretty mild day, and northern Wisconsin seeing nothing but pale blue skies. Temperatures though all around in those 70s right now, so cooling off a little bit from those daytime highs. We'll be getting down to about 55 overnight with partly cloudy skies. Into Tuesday, highs up to the low 80s. That will be with plenty of sun, maybe a couple sprinkles off towards eastern Wisconsin. And now for a look at your 7-day forecast brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress is going to show one more nice day coming up on Tuesday, a little more humid with that high of 81, and then thunderstorm chances through Thursday, drying out into the weekend. Justin?
All right, thank you, Andrew. Despite warm weather outside, lately some children have been coming down with a typically cold weather virus. The health officials say some parents are mistaking for COVID-19. Newswatch 12's Megan Mamlock caught up with UW health officials today and joins us now live in studio with details. Megan.
Thanks, Justin. The CDC put out a health advisory on June 10th about the increase of a virus called RSV in the southern part of the United States, encouraging more people who are sick but test negative for COVID-19 to see if they have this instead.
So RSV is an abbreviation for respiratory syncytial virus, and it's a virus. COVID is a virus. It's not the same as COVID, but it's a very common virus that causes inflammation in the airways. And for the most part, it's a disease that affects most severely very young kids, so kids under 1 year old.
It's unusual to have RSV in the summer, but with the masks keeping many of us virus-free this past winter and not having to wear masks right now, doctors say they are seeing a resurgence.
Younger kids under a year old, they'll usually start having some cough. You'll start noticing some secretions, and breathing, how hard they're working to breathe can sometimes increase. And that's the thing we want parents to look at the most.
If your child looks like they are really struggling to breathe, it's time to take them to the doctor for care, because health officials say once their muscles fatigue, it can turn dangerous. And because COVID-19 and RSV both affect the lungs, the patients will most likely be tested for both viruses to rule them out.
It's basically an NP swab, just like we do for COVID, except for instead of looking for the COVID virus, it usually looks for RSV, and then it's often a combination test, looks for influenza A and influenza B, just because during normal times, these things are all out there at the same time.
But there are easy ways to avoid catching RSV.
Prevention of RSV is things that people are going to recognize immediately. It's, good hand washing. Certainly don't send sick kids to school where they could infect other kids with this virus, especially younger kids, say in daycare settings and things like that.
And just a reminder that older kids and adults will have milder symptoms and resolve on their own. Doctors are still unsure why this is occurring during the summer when it is typically fall through spring. Justin.
All right, thank you, Megan. A major milestone, the end of America's longest military conflict as the top U.S. commander in Afghanistan steps down. But as this is all happening, many are concerned the U.S. out of the region. It could become a breeding ground for terrorism. We'll have the latest after the break.
Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. With over 40 filtration systems, from the world's best softener and safer drinking water systems, no one filters more than Culligan Water. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan Water, the local water experts.
Hi friends, Brian Gottlieb at Tundraland Home Improvements, and today we're talking about how to design a safe and beautiful shower, and we're joined by Paul Lukowski. Paul, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Brian.
Paul, we install a whole lot of baths and showers across the state of Wisconsin. What are some of the primary reasons people update their bathroom?
Well, there's a few reasons, Brian, and I'd say the first one is safety, like that old tub that's hard to step in and over. Bathrooms just weren't designed with safety in mind. The second one would be beauty.
You mean getting rid of those really old blue tubs?
Yeah, or the avocado green, the harvest gold. People have beautiful homes, they have so much pride in them, and then you walk in their bathroom and it's just like, wow, this is out of date. And then lastly is cleaning.
So when you say cleaning, what do you mean?
Well, the old technology out there, fiberglass tile, it's just really hard to clean. You don't want to spend your weekends doing that.
Let's listen to Jennifer on that.
I didn't have to worry about a thing, not cleaning up afterwards or anything. I couldn't be happier with my Tundraland bathroom.
So let's talk about easy to clean. What makes a Tundraland bath or shower so super easy to clean?
Well, Brian, it's our exclusive Stay Clean technology. The first thing is the materials. We put materials in your shower that nothing can stick to, so they're very easy to clean. And then we also have what we call Silver Shield technology. And what Silver Shield does is it's actually an antimicrobial. So nothing can ever grow, no mold, no mildew. So if you want to spend your weekends having fun rather than cleaning your shower, Tundraland shower is for you.
Sounds perfect. Folks, Tundraland has some very exciting offers. Take a look.
Hey, Northeast Wisconsin, what a great time to get a new bath or shower. From Door County, Green Bay, Oshkosh, all the way down to Fond du Lac, homeowners love their new Tundraland shower. And now is the best time to save. Get half off installation on your new bath and a free $100 Bed Bath & Beyond gift card. Call 1-800-TUNDRALAND or visit tundraland.com today. That's right. Get half off installation with a free $100 Bed Bath & Beyond gift card. Call 1-800-TUNDRALAND or visit tundraland.com today.
Let's dive into Lake Minocqua for an evening showing of Creature from the Black Lagoon, August 14th at Torpy Park. Watch the movie from your boat or afloat in the water. Pre-show beach party starts at 5:30 p.m. For ticket and event information, visit letsminocqua.com/dive-in.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Slumberland.
As the U.S. wraps up its troop withdrawal from Afghanistan, there are now renewed concerns about the country becoming a breeding ground for terrorism. Taliban militants are already gaining ground across the country, with some 90% of American forces already gone. Richard Engel reports from the Afghan capital of Kabul.
As the U.S. military winds down operations, the top American general handing over this morning to a new leader with a far more hands-off mission. The Taliban are closing in on Kabul. As U.S.-trained Afghan military forces put up half-hearted resistance or surrender outright. So is the United States heading right back to where it started? The U.S. invaded Afghanistan nearly 20 years ago because the Taliban were in power. And they hosted Osama bin Laden, whose group Al-Qaeda was responsible for 9/11. Now, one military unit is still fighting hard to prevent future bin Ladens from taking hold: the elite Afghan commandos. I recently saw them in action, attacking a Taliban safe house.
What about foreign fighters, extremists, terrorists? We understand that they are starting to come back in once again.
These people who are coming to create troubles and problems for the world for the future, as they did in 9/11.
Even worse than 9/11, I'm telling you.
Fawzia Kufi is a member of parliament and a negotiator with the Taliban. Extremists tried to assassinate her twice.
You have been in war, and in war people don't distribute sweets. They kill each other. So do you think those who actually have been killed, they will not go for revenge and hostilities? They will.
I put that question to Mutassim Agha, a former Taliban leader who knew bin Laden.
Will Afghanistan once again become a base for international terrorist attacks?
The Taliban signed a peace deal with the United States, and a main point is that the Taliban will not allow any terrorist groups to operate in Afghanistan, he says, adding there will be more guarantees once the Taliban are in power.
Have you ever looked up how much of an appliance is made in the U.S.? At Maher Water Corporation, we use systems that are 90% made in the U.S. In fact, over 80% of the unit is made right here in the Midwest, and 75% of the entire unit is made right here in our beautiful state of Wisconsin. Combining the local made product with a local family company means money spent here stays here. So call us today to meet our Wisconsin-made family.
As an Appleton pediatrician, I'm not just treating patients, I'm taking care of my neighbors. So when you ask me, as a Wisconsin pediatrician, do I trust the COVID-19 vaccine? My answer is yes. Ask your child's doctor what they think.
Get the latest news on the weekends with News Watch 12. Saturday and Sunday at 10 with your weekend news team. Rachel Eiler, the sports team, and Andrew Kiekefer. News from where you live.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Feel the freedom of the open road this summer. Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg has your keys to adventure. We're giving away the keys to a hot new Ford Ranger Lariat in July, along with buckets of cash, a tailgate package, a camping package, and a patio package. Summer doesn't get any better. Grab your bestie and play your favorite game. While you play and have fun, earn entries all month long. Get entered today, because on Saturday, July 31st, we'll hand out the keys to the new Ford Ranger and lots of cash and prizes. Find your keys to adventure at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg.
Welcome to Birchfield Nurseries and Garden Center, where quality, knowledge, and passion for growing plants ensures a healthy and hardy product. From the smaller potted plants to the larger bulb and burlap trees, we have many items to choose from. Birchfield Nurseries has them all. We are here to help you grow with 55 years of experience. Birchfield Nurseries, located on Highway 8, just west of Rhinelander.
Huge online auction, Rhinelander, Wisconsin. 150 firearms, ammo, collector car, trucks, trailers, UTV, golf cart, tools, home contents, and more. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
You could be one of the first everyday citizens to go to the edge of outer space. Virgin Galactic is offering a chance to win a seat on one of the company's first commercial voyages to outer space. One winner and a guest can rocket more than 50 miles above Earth, experience zero gravity for a few minutes. Anyone over 18 can enter on, I think it's OMAZE, OMAZE.com, now through August 31st. Each $10 donation is equivalent to 100 entries. We saw Richard Branson go to outer space over the weekend. It was interesting.
Do you think that's for you, Justin?
I'm not quite that much of a daredevil anymore.
No.
But
I don't think
cool.
I would either.
I do like outer space, though.
Yeah, and you'll see pretty clear skies coming up tomorrow. So tonight a pretty starry night.
Stargazing I can do.
Great for tonight, and then tomorrow we'll have a sunny day all around with those high temperatures in those low 80s. But then coming up on Wednesday is when that big change happens. So we'll be having downpours coming up Wednesday evening, along with some heavy winds as well. So be in store for that coming up Wednesday. We'll follow up with more rain chances and a few thunderstorms on Thursday. But then Justin, check out the weekend. We'll be having high temperatures in those mid 80s and having plenty of sun. So it should be pretty nice once again.
This heat and sunshine on the weekends pretty well now for a couple weekends in a row.
Yep.
All right, thanks, Andrew. Thank you for joining us on Newswatch 12 at 6. Wheel of Fortune is next. We'll see you back here tonight at 10 with more.